I have all kinds of stories from all these places that I've been.
We love stories.
I was in Russia with a show called Borderlands because Russia was having a problem with borders. And we did a show in Harvas, Russia. And I went there and I was at I'll tell you two stories about Russia. Now, Russia, remember, all of my life, I've learned that Russia is my enemy. Okay? Now, I disagree with what they're doing to Ukraine right now in a major way. But know that as an American, Russia was the enemy. We were supposed to kill them. That's what my life was supposed to be about. So I went to Russia with a show. They invited me, and I went. And I was at a little, place where they sell things, antiques and that. And I wanted a little button of marks from the Revolution, buy a little antique, little pin. And I was there, and there was a translator that was with me that was following me around. And a little old man saw me doing that, and he said something to my translator. And I said, what did he say? He says, he wants you to come with him. I said, what? He said, he wants you to get in a taxi and come with him. I trusted him. So my translator and me got it. We went all over the place in that town. And we came down an alley. And he got out. He said, wait for me here. He got out of his car in the back, went into a house, and came back out with a little tin box full of pins from the beginning of the Russian Revolution that he had collected all this time, this little old man. And he put the little box in front of me. And I said, what does he want? He said, he wants you to take it. And I said, okay, thank you. And then he went like that again. And he said to me, he wants you to take the whole box. And he said to me, the reason I want you to have the whole box of these pins is because what happened to you on 9/11. This Russian empathized with what had happened to us in 9/11. He says, I want to give you this because of what happened to you on 9/11. That sense of empathy that crosses politics, crosses political positions that countries take. Another story from Russia. This is Russia, the enemy. They took us to a little island where the last native Russian lived. Like a Native American, but he was a native Russian. Okay, they take us there, and we're drinking. And there is this really huge guy, They tell me he was a KGB agent. He was head of the KGB in that whole region. And I started drinking with him. And we're drinking vodka. And then he stopped drinking vodka. I was kept drinking. And so I made a sign, letting him know, why are you stopping? We didn't talk, but he could tell on the same side that I was kind of teasing him about stopping drinking vodka if I was killed drinking. And so he and I got along. He really liked me. And this is a KGB agent that's one of the few people that stormed the capital in Afghanistan. That's how famous he was in Russia. So he said he wanted me to come to his house that was just down the block. And I said, okay, just me and him. I trust. So I said to him, yeah, let's go. And he took me to his house. He went inside and he got a little glass of vodka, and we had a little glass of vodka outside. And he said, I want you to come inside. I said, okay, let's go inside. He said, I want you to come to this back room in my house. I said, okay, let's go. And I went back there. This is a KGB agent, an officer, a person that's huge. Okay, and he takes me in that back room, and he has an altar. On one side, it has a big picture of Marx, right? And the other side, he has a big picture of Lenin. And in the middle, he has a huge picture of Ernest Hemingway. And the reason he had a picture of Ernest Hemingway, an American, was because Hemingway to him was a man's man. That's the story of my story is Russia. I mean, where else could I have seen that other than this KGB agent and me trusting him to go to his house by myself with him, And I saw, he respected, and he said he had read all the books of Hemingway. He even gave me one of his books that Hemingway had written in Russian this is the person that I'm supposed to kill.
Yes.
He's a human being just like me. He respected literature just like me. And he was proud of that.
It's safe to say that humanity transcends nations, cultures,
Yes.
religions.
And that's what all my years of being an art Nazi, 50 years of teaching and being an art Nazi, has taught me, is to see human beings as human beings. In the end, that's all we are. We're just human beings. And you got to give human beings a chance to show you the good inside of them.